Welcome, and thank you for attending our virtual camp open house. My name is Terry Ryan, and I'm the camp director here at Hofstra University. Today, you will see a lot of footage of how camp has run in prior years. Obviously, we want to get as close to those experiences as we can while maintaining health and safety protocols. In addition, we're very fortunate to have a partnership with Northwell Health. Today, we will do an overview of the camps, typical day, lunch, transportation, how to register for camp, and also a question and answer session at the end. So hold your questions to the end if you could, and we'll be more than happy to answer all the questions that come through as we produce ourselves through the show. The next thing we're going to do is show a video of our camp. I think it'll be great for you to get a pictorial of our campus. It's a beautiful 240-acre campus, and just give an overview of where we are as far as our physical setting. So after the video, I'll come back and I'll give you an overview of the camp, explain a few things. We also have Mark Russell, who's in charge of our sports camps here, and Melissa Gibson, who's one of our office administrators, to help you out tonight. So if we can roll the video, we'll go with that, and then afterwards I'll come back on and walk you through some other things. Thanks again for attending. And athletics. Welcome to Hofstra University, where campers have access to all of the world-class resources offered to our college students. We are located on a beautiful 240-acre campus, which includes buildings suitable for academics, the arts, and athletics that are shared by people from around the globe. Campers get first-class instruction from college professors, learn at our Saltzman Education Center, and utilize state-of-the-art labs at Gittleson Hall and the engineering complex. In addition, athletic activity is centered around our Division I coaches and facilities. Our employees are all carefully trained and thoroughly vetted through a comprehensive background check. We are busy preparing for traditional Hofstra summer camp experience, but please know we go above and beyond all health and safety protocols to keep you and your family safe. We are continually preparing and are ready for the changing state of public health. This is Terry Ryan, the camp director at Hofstra Summer Camps. I'm standing in front of the Oak Street Center. The Oak Street Center serves as our business office and main hub for our summer camp program. Our summer camp program goes from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., 4 sessions, 7 weeks. Includes transportation and a hot catered lunch buffet. We offer 3 different models for the camp. We offer a specialty camp, a learning institute, and the ever popular sports academy. The famous David S. Mack Sports and Exhibition Complex, also known as the Hofstra Arena. Connected to the Hofstra Arena is the physical education building. Physical education building and the arena are the main hub. It's the area where they get picked up and they get dropped off. We also meet in the middle of the day just to reconvene and check in with everyone. All the facilities here at Hofstra, the softball field, the stadium across the street, the Division I university level fields are used by your campers. I'm standing among the green grass of Hofstra University. This is a great place for the children to release their energy, get out, run around, and participate in recreation games and sport games. Recreation games could include gaga, dodgeball, flag football, could be soccer, as long as they get out, run around, get their legs moving, and expend some of the energy. We have water stations set up that's strategically placed for the child. Anytime they need a break, can feel free to take a glass of water, sit under a tree, and just relax. Also out here, we do our special days, one of the highlights of summer camp. In the past, we've had carnivals set up, we've had crazy water relays, we've had DJ parties outside, and also color wars. It's just a great place for the children to get out in the green, run around, and enjoy some fun. Hofstra USA is our premier dining facility for the Hofstra summer camps. There are numerous rooms inside for the campers to eat. All food is expertly prepared by our catering service right here on campus. Also, our nurses monitor any food allergies. We're able to take control of that and make sure that your child gets the food they need. An entree of the day, a potato of the day, and a vegetable of the day. And if that's not good, and they don't like what that is, we have hamburgers and hot dogs every day. We have a full salad bar. And we also have a fruit station. And the best part is at the end of the lunch, they get re-energized. They get a great dessert to take outside We usually sit under the trees, sit on the grass, enjoy that before they get out, get ready for camp in the afternoon. At Hofstra Summer Camps, we are very lucky to be around some of the finest facilities in the world. We have science labs, we have computers, we have beautiful classrooms. Off to my side is Gittleson Hall. Gittleson Hall is the site of our science lab and also the site of our science camp. It's a great way for children to understand the lessons, understand the curriculum in a first-class facility. The Hofstra Swim Center is the home of the Hofstra Olympic-sized indoor swimming pool. All the students that come to Hofstra as campers get to experience Red Cross certified swim instruction each day and hopefully make progress as they go throughout the summer. Included in the pool are lanes to swim, diving boards to dive, and also just fun activities for children to enjoy the time at the camp. Also note, we follow all the strict guidelines of the American Camping Association and also the Nassau County Board of Health. We are fully staffed with water safety instructors, and also the Hofstra lifeguards stay on duty all summer to protect your child and make it a safe environment. One of the additional benefits of being on a college campus is to have the support of the Hofstra University Public Safety Office. The Public Safety Office is part of my administrative team that helps us run camp throughout the day and keep the children safe. We are very fortunate that many of the public safety offices are EMT certified and also first aid certified to make sure the day is a safe one and a happy one for all the campers. Hofstra University is the home to several theaters for performing arts. Spiegel Theater behind me is one example of the theaters on campus that come with a performing arts stage and seating for people to view and witness the wonderful things that are happening. Our programs that would use these theaters include our musical theater program, our dance program. We hold many of our special days in the theaters. It's a great way for the students to understand and see how beautiful the campus is and all the different buildings that they can use for their pleasure and fun. Breslin Hall has spacious rooms with stadium-style seating. It's a great place for the children to spread out, learn, and also find their room to learn and grow and have fun at the campus. Our Game Builders Academy is housed here, and so is our Gifted Camp. If you would like further information, we can be reached at 516-463-CAMP. Send us any questions you may have at ce-camps@hofstra.edu. Short time, I'm going to do a little overview of the camp, go through a few things. And again, if you have any questions, I'd love for you to put them up. And at the end, we'll be happy, Mark, myself, and Melissa, to answer anything you have and any question you may have. And also, I invite you at any time to come to campus and drive around. I mean, with the COVID restrictions, it's a little hard to get into some of the buildings, but it's just a great time to look around, drive around with your child, let them see where they can spend their summer, have some fun. And I think it'd be a great opportunity for you to just see the campus. And it's a beautiful arboretum. It's 240 acres and it's manicured expertly and taken care of. Understand that this campus has been up and running throughout the whole process. We have students on campus that live here. We have students that go to school here. There's a full janitorial staff. There's administrators that take care of everything, including the food service and anything to do with students, whether it's for summer camp or during the year for our college students. So it's a pretty neat experience for your kids to come here and be a college student. You know, we take over the campus for the summer for the most part, and they get to enjoy all the same things that college students do also. As far as where we go, as far as the split ups, there are several options for people to enjoy. Some of the things would be a specialty camp. There's also a learning institute. And in addition to that, there's a sports academy camp. We also have partnerships with several educational organizations. One of them is the Game Builders Academy. The Game Builders Academy is for children to learn and do a lot of STEM activities through game building. Since it's such a big thing, gaming and esports has become such a big part of young people's lives. We're into helping them progress and make progress as they go through the learning process. We also have vocational training with BOCES Center and Long Island High School for the Arts. We also offer programs through them for children who that's where their focus is. So we're celebrating our 35th year this year, which is beautiful. It was started years ago, and the camp has just started to grow and grow, and we've built ourselves up into one of the largest camps collegiately in the Northeast. And our reputation is enhanced by the cooperation from the administration and the staff here at the university to make sure that we put out a quality product and a safe, educational, and fun environment. So we have 4 sessions. Camp will start June 28th and ends August 13th. There are 3 2-week sessions and then a 1-week session at the end. The 1-week session is our ever popular 7th week, we call it. It's the last session at camp. So soon as school gets out, a few days, we're ready to come to camp. We dismiss August 13th, so they get a couple of weeks to get it together and get prepared to go back to school in what we hope is going to be a real natural and common environment they're used to. We have Specialty and Learning Institute program, and that runs in 2-week sessions. And really the cool thing about that is it's split up into two different camps. It's a morning session, afternoon session. I'll explain in a little while. We also have a Sports Academy camp, 1-week sessions, and that's the chance for the children who enjoy sports and want to be immersed in it all day long to spend time in our first-class arenas, our stadiums and fields. Our facilities here are unmatched, and they're just, if you ever walked into the Hofstra Arena or the soccer field or the stadium, you'll be in awe of what these children get a chance to experience. And Sports Academy camps run 1-week sessions throughout the summer. Also, we have programs, like I said before, that offer vocational experience. They offer different things for people to enjoy that maybe not a traditional camp would offer. And camp hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. During the summer, we extend the hours. We're in early in the morning. We stay late at night in case any concerns or anything would make the next day, a better experience for your child. But it's 9 to 4, a camp day. That does not include the time for bus transportation. So, it might be a half hour or so in the morning or in the afternoon as we transport. And Melissa will go through that in a little while. But, in many areas local to Hofstra, we do door-to-door transportation. We offer programs from children entering kindergarten, which we call our Cub Camp, right up through 12th grade. So there's really something for everyone. And we love it when people bring their whole family, and someone that has an interest in athletics can come, someone that has interest in the arts can come, vocational ed can come, academics. So it kind of meets the needs of everybody. And that's the beauty of what we have here. It's a camp family, and the majority of people that have been here for many, many years. And this is my 21st year, and most of the people have been here with me since I began. And it's a neat experience to just enjoy and know that people love coming back here each summer long. Transportation and lunch options we'll discuss in a little while, but our food is catered by Compass Food Catering Service. They're the same caterers that have many of the facilities on Long Island, and we do a good job of meeting the needs of everyone and making sure that everybody goes home and they've had a good, safe meal during the day. Our staff gets a full criminal background check, and they're really vetted carefully. That's one of the benefits of being at a major university, is we work closely with our human resources department to make sure that everybody receives proper training. They're screened. They go through the New York State Child Abuse Network up in Albany. So we're pretty strict about who we have work here. Everybody, like I said, gets a background check that's very thorough, and we'll vet everyone to the best of our capabilities that we can do it. Our staff includes our directors. Our directors are people who are experts in their field. Many are certified teachers or an expert in their exact field of instruction. We also have counselors. A lot of our counselors are our Hofstra counselors from here. And we also have people that live here and go to school across the country. Like I said, we're pretty careful about who we choose. We also have registered nurses. We have a full infirmary of RNs. Usually there's between 3 and 4 RNs on duty at all times. We also have EMTs that assist, and they're out in the fields. So if anyone isn't feeling great or gets injured out in the fields, we walkie-talkie. We have an EMT to get on it right away, and they can eventually meet with the nurses and get properly administered. And also, we're also lucky to be on college campus and have the public safety as part of our staff. And usually Officer Bailey is with us all summer long, and he's stationed out in the corner, and he's become a favorite of the kids, and and he's just been here for years, and he's a wonderful man, and he makes sure we're safe and the right people are in the right spots. And it's nice to know that we have a safety, officer that's with us at all days, and every day we have camp. Our specialty camps and learning institute, like I said before, it's really a great experience because it's like you have two camps. It's like you're going to two different camps, which is kind of breaks up the day and gives everybody a wild experience. So half the day is your chosen program. It's like a major. If you come to college, you choose a major. Your major could be psychology, it could be math, could be IT. So you choose a major, and that's half of your day. The other half of the day is recreation and swim. Recreation is usually outside on our grass fields. They're manicured. Like I said, we have beautiful staff that helps us out and make sure every day we're taken care of. And the swim part is an indoor, and Melissa will go through it in a little while. It's an indoor Olympic-sized pool. We have full staff with lifeguards and trained water safety instructors, and the counselors help out also just to make sure everything is safe, clean, and advantageous for the students to learn. And we get a lot of great feedback from people that children come here and progress in the swimming area. We use Red Cross certified swim instruction, so the first day they'll be tested and then move along as they progress with peers that are of the same level. Programs vary with academics. Like I said, we have things if you want to spend some time in the classroom, that's great. And you still get part of the day outside, right, to run around and get in the pool. We also have the arts, from theater things to fine art kind of programs, and there's sports programs too. Like children that want to spend half the day in sports and half the day doing recreation and swim. Some additional programs that might be of interest is our Cub Camp. Our Cub Camp is for our first year people that would normally be going into kindergarten or leaving kindergarten, and it's a full scale of they do everything from academics to the arts to they get playtime, whether it's in a bounce house or out on one of the fields, or just to get to play with each other and interact and be social. And they also have the swim lessons, the same thing. And we have a lot of neat special days here, whether it's a concert or it's a party out on the field or a DJ party or meeting important people. They get to participate all in the same thing. They travel together as a group, and they grow, and hopefully we like to say that they're our future campers. They're campers in kindergarten and leaving kindergarten, and they come back and they stay for years and enjoy everything, and they get to see everything first class and right up front. Our Counselor Apprentice program, we call our CAP program. That's for 10th and 11th graders, and that's a program where the kids get to decide whether being a counselor is something they want in their future. We train them the first half of the summer. They come. It's a 3-session, but 2 or 3 sessions you have to come for, so you can get the full max capabilities of what we do. And some of it's classroom instruction and just go through rules, regulations. How would you handle things? Simulations, right? Case studies. They also get a CPR certification. Then they get to choose which kind of areas they think they would like to work in. And they work closely with another counselor or director, and they learn how to be a counselor. And hopefully we're building our staff for the future, and we've trained them properly. So when it's their time, they're ready to step in and get to work and be a productive member of our staff. BOCES is children entering 7th through 12th grade. People can either go right to the BOCES Center in Westbury, the Barry Tech Center, or they can come here and we'll bus them over. There's some neat things over there. If you've never been there, you should stop by. It's culinary arts. There's a full-scale professional kitchen with chefs who let the kids learn that. And there's veterinary science where there's live animals, both big animals and small animals. And we have people that'll help you learn how to maybe choose that as your career. Woodworking, aviation, and there's other things that they work on there. It's a really interesting place and a great thing for someone that's not sure what they want to do, but maybe thinks they want to work on some of those programs. And they go over there for a couple of weeks and train with the BOCES people who are skilled professionals in their field. Just a typical specialty and learning camp day. Like I said before, our campus spent half the day in a chosen program, half the day in recreation and swim. The campus in grades 2 through 5, they spend the morning in their program. They spend the morning in their major and their specialty. And the afternoon, we put them in small recreation groups with their counselors, and that's based on their age and their gender. So if you're a girl in the 2nd grade, you'd be in G for girl 20s. Right? If you're a boy in the 5th grade, you'd be in boy group, which would be B50s. So we break them up, like I said, by their age and their gender, so they can have fun experiences and kind of all be on the same level. We invite everyone to participate. We never force anyone to participate. We just encourage to be positive and kind to your fellow campers. And the campers in grades 6 through 10, they spend the morning in recreation, kind of the opposite of the 2nd through 5th graders. So they'll come in and they'll have recreation in the morning and they'll swim in the pool. And then in the afternoon, they'll go to their specialty group, whatever their major is, whatever they decide to choose. And understand that you can choose whatever specialty you want. You can mix it up. Some people take academics first and athletics, or they go straight academics and then the arts, or you can try everything out. And if you spend a couple of days, you don't really enjoy it, we have plenty of room to move and take you to places that our main goal here is to have fun in a safe environment, learn, and whatever your honest specialty is or wherever your interests are, we pretty much have something for everyone. Our Red Cross swim instruction, as we said before, first day they'll be tested. They're put into small groups. You'll come from your recreation. You'll change into your bathing suit, go into the pool, get instruction. We have lifeguards all around. There's a full Hofstra summer camp and Hofstra pool staff that's there. So we have plenty of supervision, and we follow all the rules from the Board of Health, and this year whatever the recommendations from the CDC. And we're also members of the American Camping Association, and they have strict rules, and we follow by all that to make sure that we're on target and we keep up with all the recent protocols and all the changes, no matter what it may be. Our Sports Academy camps, I'm going to turn it over to Mark Russell. Mark's been our director there for several years. He'll explain how, if that's your interest, is to be immersed all day in sports. You'll have an amazing time at our facilities and spending with our coaches and our players. And for people that really love sports, it's just a great way to jump in and be part of something special. Mark?
Hi, and thank you for joining us this evening. I'm just going to talk briefly about the Sports Academy camps. We have 13 different Sports Academy camps that are led by our Hofstra head coaches, assistant coaches, and players. We have boys and girls basketball, boys and girls soccer, boys and girls lacrosse. We have dance. We have cheer. We have baseball, softball, volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and our newest camp is our sports performance camp. All the campers will be like Terry said, in that state-of-the-art athletic facility. So we have the stadiums across the street where it would be boys and girls lax. We have the Mac Arena where you would have the boys and girls basketball and dance and cheer in there. We have the Hofstra Soccer Stadium where you'd have boys and girls soccer, the University baseball field where baseball would be, the Bill Edwards Stadium for softball, and the Physical Ed Center where you'd have wrestling and volleyball. And campers would participate in their sports all day long. So a little different than what Terry had just spoke about. You're involved all day long in your sport. You only swim twice a week in the Sports Academy camp. So you'd spend a lot of time in that particular sport that you wanted to participate in for the week. Your typical day would be, a warm-up, a dynamic warm-up, and then get into some skill development, different types of drills off of that. You'd practice and play in that. We do have contests usually by the end of the week. Some have championships in soccer and in basketball. You would play small-sided games in the different sports. So again, each program has different lectures. So the coaches will speak to you about different things, and sometimes we bring in special lectures just to talk to the campus to explain, where you're going as you move up the ladder in your sport, wherever you want to be, whether you're going to move into college or not, or high school. So they do speak to them. One thing you can do is you may choose a different Sports Academy camp each week, or you can mix and match with specialty or learning programs. So there is a lot of flexibility with the sports camps. All right. And any questions at the end, I'll be happy to answer for you. And I'm going to turn it over to Melissa right now for lunch and transportation.
Lunch here at camp is pretty special. Lunch is included with every program that you may register for, whether it's Specialty Learning Institute, BOCES, or Sports Academy camps. Here we use Compass Dining, and they adhere to all the Board of Health and CDC guidelines for prepping and serving food. So daily options, we have a hot entree every day. They'll change from chicken tenders to pizza, spaghetti, chicken and broccoli, etc. We always have daily fruit and a daily vegetable. And if it's something that your children or child may not like, we also have hamburgers and hot dogs daily. And then also we give a dessert. So whether it's brownies, cookies, ice cream, ices, every day the kids will have a different dessert to eat underneath the gazebo. We also have dietary plans if necessary and requested, so we can provide gluten-free, kosher, and some vegetarian options. Transportation. We use a company called We Transport, who services many Long Island school districts. All their bus drivers are background checked and professional. They do this all year round, so they know exactly what's necessary when it comes to camp. Buses are air conditioned, and bus routes will be compiled closer to the start of your camp. So a week before your desired start date, the drivers will go out and practice their run. They'll leave a letter in your mailbox introducing themselves and telling you approximately what time they will be there. So for example, you may get a letter that says, "Hi, my name is Joe, and I'll be there at 8:10 in the morning." Door-to-door transportation is available for many residents in Nassau, Suffolk, and Queen counties. We also have area pickups in Manhattan, Queens, and Suffolk. If you are on a dead end, however, you may have to meet the bus at the corner. Transportation is included in the tuition costs for specialty and learning institute camp programs, and it can be added if necessary for 1 week sports academy camps. And again, we will adhere to all state CDC, Board of Health, and ACA camp guidelines as they progress and come out. We will now show you a quick video on how to register online.
Hi, this is Patty in the summer camp office, and I'm here to help you set up your campers registration. So in order to register online, you would just go to hofstra.edu/camp, and that will take you to the main page of our website. Across the blue bar on the top of the page, you'll see account login. You're going to click on that, and then you'll see that there's an option to create a new student account. Please make sure that when you're registering, this is all of your camper's unique information. So today we're going to register Happy Camper. You're going to put in their birth date. Please make sure you put in an email address that you're going to check. You will get a lot of information through our email. You're going to create a login name and a password that you're going to remember and a secret question. Once you hit create, it's going to ask you to actually use the login you just made and the password, and you're going to actually log into their account. At this point, you can just click on the type of camp that you want to register for, whether it be specialty camp or one of our sports camps. Today, we're going to register, just for argument's sake, Cub Camp. So we're going to scroll down through all the different programs that we offer, and we're going to click on View Sections. We're going to register for Session 1. So you're just going to click the actual session. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see Register Now. You just hit that button. And then if you go up to the shopping cart, you can go to Checkout. All this information is going to be about your camper. So once you get to this page, you're going to put in all the information and answer all the questions. And at the very bottom, you're going to click on Next. This will take you to the actual shopping cart. You should make sure that you're registered for the right grades and the program that you're looking for. You'll see that you're just going to put a deposit in right now. This will not reflect any discounts on this page. So then you're going to hit Make Payment. And once you do that, it's going to take you to the page where you're going to put your credit card information in. You can go ahead and put all this in, and then you'll be done. You'll get a receipt. So the other way to register would be to do the manual registration form. In this case, again, you go back to the home page, and in the blue bar, you'll see the word Forms. If you click on that, it'll take you to registration forms, and then you're going to click on Summer Camp Registration. You're going to print this form out. It's a 4-page form. We do need all 4 pages. This will be all the campers' information. Make sure the grade you're putting in is going to be the grade that they're entering in September. And please, again, make sure that you give us a good email address, because all the information will go through emails. The third page is going to give you the option to put in your credit card information. And then the last page, make sure you read through completely and sign the bottom. We can't process the registration without your signature on this last page. I hope this helped you out, and if you need any more information, please don't hesitate to contact us by email at ce-camps@hofstra.edu or give us a call in the office at 516-463-2267. We look
All the things we've gone through tonight, including this webinar, will be posted. The video will be posted in a few days, and we're planning on posting what Patty just went through about registration. So don't be concerned if there's anything in there that you weren't sure you caught or missed or whatever. But just to let you know, the other thing I'm gonna let you know, which is kind of important, is we have a special offer going on, a discount. Our early rate is in effect, and we even have an extra discount for anyone who went on to the webinar or wants to tell anyone about the webinar. We're kind of just opening up camp. We've been open for a little while, but this was our first time that we're getting out into the public and talking about it. So just to let you know that we have a special discount that for every 2-week session, it's $100. So it's $100 if you come for 2 weeks off. It's $200 if you come for 4 weeks. If you come for 6 weeks, it's $300. And every Sports Academy camp is $50 off. We also have a series of discounts that we offer in general, and that includes everything from alumni to employee discount. If you belong to any kind of a union, whether it's a trade union, a teacher union, anything like that, we honor out of respect the unions and give a special discount for that. So that can be taken care of as you register online, and that can also be taken care of if you want to call and ask questions. And you just heard Patty speak, and Melissa was on before. They were the people that would take most of the questions for you during the week. But we're all here 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. We answer emails every work day also. So if you have any concerns or things you think about after we're done tonight, feel free to ask and fire away, and we'll be more than happy to help you out and steer you in the right direction, and hopefully this is the right place for you. I want to take questions. We'll do the best we can to offer everybody's question, and Mark and Melissa are back on, so we'll answer the questions as best we can. Understand that some of the things as far as the regulations have not been published yet and are not out, but as I said before, we're very fortunate to have be on a college campus that's been experiencing all these things. And like I said, we have children, adults actually, and students that live here. We have a full faculty that comes on campus. We have people. We have a campus that's been open, which means serving food, which means cleaning, which means just the safety. So we're kind of we feel like we're kind of ahead of the curve, and we're also very lucky to have the partnership with Northwell Health, and their medical school is right here on our campus. It's actually right next to where we have camp. So we have great access to people that can help us get through these things once everything comes down and everything's straight up. So we'll answer the questions to the best of our capabilities, but understand that some of the things will change as we go. And we're pretty confident we can bring you a product that's very close to what we usually do every year, and we'll make whatever modifications we have to. We've also been in consult with our transportation. We transport several times. We've met with the Compass Food Service many times, our janitorial staff, our plant department, and we also have access to many of the local school districts. We've been speaking with them on how they do things and what's been successful and what's the best choice for us moving forward to run camp. So let's get some of the questions rolling, and we'll answer them to the best we can. And if it's for me, it's great. Otherwise, I can give it out to these guys. First question: is the pool open to all campers, regardless of which program they are enrolled in? Melissa, you want to take that one? Okay, I'll help out with that. Melissa, basically the deal is it's open to everyone that comes in. The specialty camp and the Learning Institute, they go every day. The Sports Academy camps, they are scheduled a couple times a day because they want to be so immersed in their field. So the pool is right next to our main physical education center, so it's real close, and the locker rooms and the changing areas are also right in the same area. Next question: will there be medical staff on site facility on daily? Listen, the best thing I'm going to tell you is I will match our medical staff and our infirmary with anyone on Long Island. We usually have 3 to 4, sometimes more nurses here every day. Most of them work at the local hospital or are school nurses, and we also have EMTs out on the field. the EMTs just as an easier way to get immediately to a child, and also understand that we have one public safety officer directly assigned to us and a whole staff that's out there ready for us to go. They come by in cars, and those guys are all EMTs. They have medical equipment on their cars and their trucks. So I'm confident that we're pretty good with that. The only thing we ask is just tell us up front what the issue is. We've had every kind of concern, and if it's something that we think we need to call you on, we'll call you ahead of time and make sure we know. We have times where kids can get their medication, and we can consult with the nurse prior to coming to camp, and so we make sure we're all on the same page. Which sports camps are co-ed? Mark, are you up?
Yeah, I'll take that. So the co-ed camps would be the volleyball camp, the soccer camp, and that would be it. In the new camp that we just started, the sports performance camp, we would have, that would be co-ed too. Dance and cheer are co-ed. So there's no problem there too. So dance, cheer, soccer, volleyball would be the co-ed.
Also, if there's a female that wants to play baseball, that's awesome. We usually have a couple, right, Mark, every year that want to come play, and we don't. We pretty much can work out anything with anyone where they want to go. But the ones he mentioned are the ones that are predominantly co-ed. But again, we've had girls who have played in our New York Baseball Academy, which is the premier baseball camp in the New York area. And right, Mark, those girls have done awesome and enjoyed it and been accepted. And so that's a great question, Jeff. We appreciate it. And that's something we look forward to, is different people just participating with each other and having fun. Considering they are outside most of the day, will masks be required all day? Barbara, at this point, we don't know. We really don't know the answer. We don't even have guidelines from the governor's office at this point. We're probably going to follow the same kind of rules they do in school. So where we progress June 28th and where we are February 10th is going to be hard to tell. So the best answer is we don't know, but we have enough connections with people, like I said, from Northwell, from the American Camping Association. We have a great working relationship from the Board of Health. And, so we're going to do whatever they instruct us to do. And we hope it's, by June 28th, we hope that it's a little more open and the children can enjoy going outside, running around, and because we have a lot of grass fields here and we have turf fields, and our outside and our grounds are just beautiful. And we hope they're able to go outside and enjoy that. What trainings do the staff partake in? That's a great question. Melissa, you want to do that a little bit?
Sure. So for our staff members, we do have a 2-day orientation program where they come, and we have representatives from our Human Resources Department, and they will do harassment training, and then all the directors will come in and everyone has their part. So it is a day-long training for all staff. They walk over to the pool, the swim staff learn what they have to do, the recreation staff learn what they have to do. They meet with the nurses, and they go over if there's an allergy, what steps and precautions they need to take. They meet with public safety, comes in, and everyone knows everything. So it is a 2-day long orientation for our staff members.
And also, as I stated before, we do a full criminal background check. That's not mandated. That's just something Hofstra as an educational institution of higher learning takes on. So we also, as required by the Board of Health, have everyone registered to the New York State Child Abuse Registry in Albany, but we do a full criminal background check. And believe me, we're pretty strict about who comes and who doesn't. And Melissa will tell you, because she handles all of our HR stuff, and it's extensive, and we're proud of that. That's one of the things I'm proud of as the camp director, that I know that everybody steps foot on here has been trained properly, has been cleared, has been vetted, and they understand what it is to treat people the right way. And we're fortunate to have a human resources department at a big university like this that helps us with that. Mark, you got this one?
Yeah, I'll take it. So the outside sports would be obviously soccer, lacrosse, baseball, softball, tennis, and the sports performance can go outside or inside. It would probably be the majority of the time it would be inside. The inside sports are boys and girls basketball. We play in an air-conditioned MAC arena. The temperature is great in there for them. Dance and cheer are both inside, and so is volleyball and wrestling. So those would be all the ones that are inside.
Just to play off that, we also have an 80-yard indoor sports bubble that we use in inclement weather. And sometimes soccer, right, Mark, will go in there, and the MYBA, the baseball, spends a lot of time in there. So we have between the MAC Arena, the Physical Education Center, the Recreation Center, which is just up the hill, and the sports bubble. Also, if it's a rainy day or it's too hot, we're able to go inside. And everything we do is monitored by our infirmary. And also our athletic trainers will come out and let us know whether they think it's the weather is sufficient for children to participate. So we do both inside and outside. But that's a great question, Jeff. Thanks for it.
And one other thing is, if it is really hot where the trainers do take us off the field, we have the capability of moving the different sports indoors. So we can move soccer into the PEB if we need to, and let them come in there so they get off that hot turf. So we are able to move the campers around if we get really, really hot weather or, thunder and lightning. So
how many kids in the pool at once? There are, just to know, there are 5 different swim sessions. There's 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 1 in the middle of the day. And they go with their recreation group. So the pool, the capacity of the pool is probably about 150. We probably do about half of that. And this year with regulations, we're not sure exactly how many we can have with there, but we also have a low end, which is a pool for children that aren't as proficient as swimmers. And as you progress, you can go to the higher end of the pool. We have 2 pool directors and 1 safety director that just comes around and checks out safety things. So kids in the pool, they're spread out pretty good, and they're in spaces depending. I mean, if you're a non-swimmer, we have counselors that just handle non-swimmers that will literally pick the children up from the side, bring them in, and walk through it. And one of the things we're proud of is how the children are able to progress through the years and even the summer to become better swimmers. And our pool, like I said, is a collegiate pool that's used by not just our college students but members. But during the summer, it's just strictly camp. And like I said, we usually go about half of what capacity is, and to the most part, sometimes it's not even that. Like when we put our young Cub swimmers in there, they're basically the only ones in the pool because we want to make sure that, we're able to give them enough space and room to just grow as swimmers and be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be an information session that focuses on the specialty camps? Yes, there will be. As we move forward, we plan on doing different webinars every 2 weeks. Like there might be one that just talks about specialty camps, and there might be one that just talks about sports camps. There might be one that just talks about BOCES. So we're scheduling them as we go. Look for us in the next week or so, probably sooner, to announce that. And we'll do different sessions. And to be honest with you, if you guys have anything that you think you want to speak about or have us, speak about, that'd be awesome. And we're going to bring different people on to get to meet most of the staff. And I mean, personally, I love doing this. I love meeting people. I'm proud of our product, and I feel good about it. So I love, letting everybody know what we're about and just what we offer and why we're special. What kind of recreation activities do the kids do after their specialty? That's a great question. We have a little bit of everything. We have grass fields. We have a rugby field that we use, a grass field. That's an intramural field during the year. We have 2 Gaga pits that we set up, plastic around, and that's one of the favorites of everybody. We play kickball. We set up outdoor volleyball. We play simple games, that team games like capture the flag. We also have, depending on what the likeness is, we have flag football. We can play wiffle ball, soccer. So we really run any kind of game you could think of, and we continually change and try to figure things out. And also part of recreation is every Thursday is a special day. That could be everything from color wars. We've had the Harlem Wizards come in. We have carnivals. And again, we have to see what the regulations are this year about what we can do. We have we bring the kids into the field hockey stadium, which is really cool. It's all turf, and plans this year is to go across the street to the stadium and kids have fun there. So it's really about everything, from anything you could think of that you might want to do in a gym class, and we multiply that, and there's plenty of room for everyone to spread out. And like I said, we're really lucky here that we have like a great plant department that takes care of the fields and takes care of manicuring everything and just keeping things going and keeping the fields straight and neat and just free. We have water stations, outside all over the place, right, Mark? We have
Yes.
water stations set up, and so the kids can come. And we do suggest that everybody brings a water bottle, just so you can fill it up and carry it with you. Because we try to get outside with recreation most of the time, just because we think it's a good idea, just for health reasons and just to get outside and run around a little bit. So a lot of the recreation is done outside. Very few things are done inside. But if it is inclement weather, we have great fields and gyms inside that we can work. Then I said in the 80-yard sports bubble too. For transportation, is there a distance requirement? If so, what is it? Basically, Melissa can go through that as far as Nassau, Suffolk, right, Melissa, the city, and pick up spots, please.
Right. So if you are in Nassau County, it's door to door for the most part, unless you're really top at Port Washington. We ask that you come down and you will meet the bus. But we do go out to Suffolk County. There are area stops there. We also go into Queens. So some of the neighborhoods that border Long Island will be door to door. And then such as like Springfield Gardens, Cambria Heights. And then we also have area pickups in Queens. And then we also go into Manhattan, where we do have 3 or 4 area pickups in Manhattan. So just tell us your address, and we can tell you whether or not you'll be a door-to-door customer, or if you have to meet at an area pickup.
For the one session, can you mix and match specialties? 1 week karate, next week sports sampler. Really what we ask you to do is spend the 2 weeks in this specific specialty, because what we found in the past is if you don't spend the 2 weeks, you don't get the full instruction, you don't get the full integration of it. So we really ask that for each 2 week specialty, you choose one thing. So, to mix and match would be very hard, because if you came in the second week, they've accomplished so much in the first week of instruction and games. And if it's an academic thing, you would miss some of the procedures and things like that. So we do require you to stay in your specialty for the 2 weeks. Given COVID, I'm concerned about the non-refundability of deposits. What happens if I return from travel and asked to quarantine and child can attend camp, etc.? Is deposit refundable in that case? Jeff, absolutely. That's a great question. I'm glad you asked it. Listen, the refundable deposit is really to protect us as far as enrollment and planning, right? We have to hire, we have to order things, we have to get fields ready, whatever. If there's an issue where COVID or some personal thing comes up that you would think you need to deposit back, we're all ears, we listen, we get it. Most of us are parents and have been here for a lot of years, and we've understand the stories and things that come up. I'm glad you asked that, because that's a real great question, and of course we will help you out with that. And we're not in the business of making people unhappy. We're in the business of making happy and making the kids happy, and at the end of the summer say, hey, those guys treated us right and did the right thing. So thank you for that question. That's a great one. Do multiple children need to be registered separately? Melissa, you want to do that one?
Yes. If you're registering online or with the hard copy form, you have to register each child separately. I know it may be a task if you have multiple children, but it's the safest way for us to process them. So each child will need their own separate account if you're registering online. And if you're using the paper form, each child needs their own registration form.
How is the baseball academy handling the COVID restrictions with campers? Mark?
I guess, again, until we have all the CDC, what we're allowed to do and we can do or we can't do, we'll have to make that decision when they give us what we can do. So right now, if we can't follow what we did 2 years ago, we're going to need to really get some direction, whether it's from the governor, from the Board of Health, and then we'll respond to that. So,
yeah, and also understand that whatever the regulations are, we'll adhere to them. So if it's 6 feet apart on the field, Mark and I have worked on this extensively. Alternate plans. We'll have markers on the field where they have to go, and instruction can take place from there. I know there were some people that ran camps last year. We just didn't feel comfortable as a university to be able to put out a quality product and be safe. So people have done it, and we've learned, and we attend different conferences, right, Mark, and seminars and webinars about what's going on. So as it gets closer, we'll have a better answer. But just understand whatever the regulations are, we're going to follow them, and we're going to make sure that they have a good time and enjoy it. For instance, our baseball team here at Hofstra is out playing, and I watched practice the other day, and they do a pretty good job of making sure they don't all crowd things and they walk on the field and they spread out. And of course, there's going to be some instances when you're up bad and there's a catcher where it might, you might get a little closer than normal. But our baseball coach, Coach Russo, runs our New York Baseball Academy. So one of the cool parts is he'll be ready when it comes to knowing what the regulations are, and he's already done it. So it'll be kind of easiest for us to transition into what it should be. Is the camp nut free? Melissa?
We are a peanut aware camp program. So we, with Compass, do not cook anything in peanut oil. We don't serve peanut butter, anything like that. However, we cannot stop a camper from bringing in anything with peanuts. If they are eating that, they will be put to a separate table just because there are a lot of children with nut allergies. So we are peanut aware.
Yeah, and we've been pretty successful. I mean, I don't think we've had any problem with anyone that didn't understand our policy and worked with us. So, again, when you fill out the medical form, you let us know, and we do orientation with the campers, right, Melissa? We'll let them know what the deal is and keep an eye out. And, like she said, if somebody brings something in a bag that we don't know about, we ask not to, but most kids do not bring food because our lunch is so extensive, they don't need food. That we make sure, like she said, we'll separate anyone and put people in situations where safety comes first. Who runs the baseball camps? Is it divided by age or ability? Great question, Jackie. Mark, you got that?
Yeah, so the baseball camp is run by Coach Russo and his staff. It's divided by age and ability. Yes, it is. But obviously, if your child is a 7-year-old and is a little more advanced and Coach Russo feels like he can move the child up, he'll move the child up. It can go the other way, too. It usually doesn't. But, again, it's safety, too. So, we can't have a 7-year-old playing with 12 and 13-year-olds, obviously. So we try to make it where we're going to work with the child and work with the parent and make it a great experience for the camper. But Coach Russo oversees the camp. He talks to me a lot about it, but, he'll have final say in who moves around and who doesn't move around. And
understand the first day, the New York Baseball Academy, which has been in business for over 40 years, they moved here about 7 years ago. They used to be at New York Tech with Bob Hirschfield. They have a really unique way of assessing the players. They go through a series of tests that they've been using for years, and there's actually Mark and I run off the sheets for them, and they meet at night. They stay the first day of camp and meet at night to assess everybody's ability and where they would fit in. And we have so many different fields. We have the main diamond. We have the West Fields, which is 2 fields over there. They play in the bubble, and there's a field outside of the sports bubble. So there's so many different fields where, depending on your ability, you can move to different fields. And like Mark said, if you're young and you're doing well, you can move up. If you're a little older and uncomfortable, you can move down, and we just move you on to the next field and go like that. But one of the things that's cool to New York Baseball Academy is every morning they start off with some kind of lesson, some kind of drill where one of the coaches comes out. We bring in people from other colleges. We brought professional athletes in. Baseball players. We brought people in that run local travel teams, and we brought in the hitting coach Kevin Long when he was with the Yankees years ago. So we're pretty good at getting the instruction out. And like I said, most of the guys that worked at New York Baseball Academy have been there for over 20 years. So they're pretty experienced, and they're pretty good at dividing up the kids to the spots that belong.
And most are high school or college coaches that are in charge of almost every single station that's there. So.
What are specific COVID protocols? If a child or staff is exposed, what steps are taken to protect other campers or staff? Kimberly, great question. Thank you. Right now, there's nothing at the present moment that has been put out in regarding camps. Obviously, we're going to follow whatever protocol it is. And like I said, we're very fortunate here as a college campus that they've already done that, and they know how to check things out as people go along, and they know what the quarantine policies are. And again, like I said, they might change for camp and go from there. But, whether it's contact tracing or quarantining someone or letting people know, we're very fortunate that the staff that's here at the college has already experienced that. And one of the other things is we continually sanitize. We have a full staff. If you look on our website, we actually have a video of a director of campus operations who speaks to you about how they spray things down and go from there. So as far as exposed goes, we don't have the details yet, but I can assure you that we will be 100% behind whatever the protocols are. We have people, Mark and I was speaking this afternoon, we actually have someone who's going to be just our COVID coordinator that's going to go around and make sure we're following all the rules, and that's going to be her only job, is just to go around and make sure we're straight up whatever those rules are at the time. Where does the kosher food come from? That's a good question also. Compass Foods is the cater on campus. They cater here, they cater most other colleges, and they also cater a lot of schools in addition to offices and huge, management places. So the kosher food would come from their distributor. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but it's all pre-wrapped. And, what happens is when you fill out your application to come to camp, there'll be a box, right, Melissa, where you can check off kosher or whatever your meal modification is. And again, we're lucky that we have a catering service here that does it all year round, and they're able to meet the needs of everyone. And depending on if you eat kosher or not, or follow the kosher rules, where the campus dining, which is Compass, like I said, they get their food from whoever their kosher distributor is.
And there is a rabbi here on campus that just oversees everything just to make sure that everything is all right. So we do have that also, that he is here all year round for the university.
How much more is transportation for sports camp, Mark?
Tell you, man, I'm going to defer that to you. It
is $235 each week that you need it for the sports academy camps.
So really what the answer is there, it's $235. And for a 1 week camp, basically the industry standard is a lot of people like to carpool for the sports camps and don't want to pay that money and go like that. But the benefit of the transportation is, depending where you live, will come right to your house. So if you're a person that works out of the home and we're not really sure where that's gonna be in June, but if you work out of the home, it's convenient for you, someone to come to your house. If you think you can carpool, or a lot of people, right, work close by here at Mitchell Field and the RXR building and the Omni building, a lot of them just drop off. So that's your option. It's $235 more a week to get into the bus service. But if you register for a period and for some reason you have to change dates, can you do that, Melissa?
Yes, you can. When you register, as long as whatever program you want is available, you can change dates, you can change specialties, you can flip from specialty to a learning institute or to a sports academy camp. Nothing is set in stone. As long as that program is still available, you can make the change.
And listen, we go through the same thing. If your child takes something and usually ask you to give it 2 days, if after 2 days, right, Melissa, if you don't like it and call the office and want to move it, she's right. As long as there's openings, we're more than happy to move everyone and goes from there. This is the kind of idea where, we want you to enjoy yourself. And if your kid is not enjoying what they're doing, then we want to find a way. And, often I'll say, all right, Mrs. Walcott, what do I need to do to make little Nicole happy? And that's that's kind of our motto, is try to find out what will make the kid happy and what will make them enjoy, coming here, whether it's getting off the bus or being dropped off. It looks like the gifted program ends in 7th grade. What do you recommend for an 8th grader who's interested in science? The pre-collegiate program starts in 9th grade. Okay. The gifted program is inclusive to itself in that they don't participate in recreation and swim. So that's a little bit different. But as far as the science goes, our science camp, the gentleman that runs it is a doctor in neuroscience, and it's some really cool stuff. And he does marine biology 1 week, and he does genetics 1 week, and it's a pretty if you're really into the sciences and you're in the 8th grade, in the middle school going into high school, it's a great learner for that. And probably the coolest part is Gittleson Hall here. We use the college science lab. As a matter of fact, Mark just went through all the reservations for the rooms this week, and it's just cool because you're in a college science lab and you're doing a lot of the same things. And the thing that kids love is there's no books, there's no notes, there's no tests. It's hands-on, get it going, whether it's marine biology, genetics, or general science. It's cool. So my suggestion would be go to that. There's also some BOCES things you can take that start after that, that come over at ComSat Camp or some of the other things they do there. But if you wanted to stay on campus, to take any of those science programs we offer would be the best, because it's in a college science lab. And although it's not labeled as gifted, it's pretty high end as far as learning goes. Can you provide more specific information regarding discounts and how to get them? Melissa, as you can tell, handles our registrations and runs our office, so I'm going to throw it over to her.
So when you register, there's a section, whether online or on the hard copy form, that asks if you are eligible for a discount, meaning are you an alumni of the university? Is there a sibling that you may be able to get a sibling discount? And if you belong to any kind of a union. So you check off the box and you provide the information. Now, if it is a union discount, you will have to provide proof, whether it's an ID card or something that shows the parent or guardian's name with the organization where they work. And in regards to the special discount that we are giving for the rest of this week, we will automatically apply it to everyone that registers between today and Sunday. So that's automatically given. But the alumni, the employee, the sibling, or the union, you will have to indicate that on the registration form, and we will verify the information, and we will manually give you that discount. You won't see it come off of your confirmation online.
All we're asking for now is just your deposit to hold your place. And one of the things I just want to tell you is I don't know what the limit's going to be on how many children we take. So I would think that if you have an interest in coming here, it would be in your best interest to do it sooner, especially since the discount, and Melissa, you can confirm, the discount we're giving now, the price won't be any lower because it's the early rate, correct?
Correct. Yes.
So, if you're looking for the best price, we're not looking for you to put all the money in. You just put a deposit down, like we said before. You could switch and move up and do things, or make adjustments as we go through it. Melissa?
Yes, we do.
Offer the credit union discount.
Yes, we do still give that discount. Again, all we will need is some sort of proof with the parent or guardian's name and whatever credit union you get, and it is a 15% discount.
If I just registered last Friday, can I call and let you know that I attended this for the extra discount? Melissa?
Yes, you can. You can give us a call tomorrow or send us an email tonight. And then tomorrow I will make sure I will take that off of your children or child. Will the children be temperature screened daily, and will there be a daily COVID-related questionnaire? Again, right now, the best example I can give you is we have a Saturday classes for young people, and they're asked to fill out the questionnaire before they come on campus. Do I know it's going to be in June? Sarmo, I'm not really sure. I think anyone can guess, and things change by the day. I saw just today, Governor Cuomo is now letting people attend athletic events, which I think is a positive because it shows that maybe some things are opening up, and he obviously he's trying to make things better for people. So I don't know the answer to that, but the best answer I can give you is right now we do that for our Saturday class program, which is a youth program for kids that we have hundreds of kids that come on a Saturday, and they're asked to fill out the form online, I think either the night before or that morning, so they're not allowed in the classroom, and we run a report through the computer that shows whether they filled out the form, and if they obviously answer any of the questions that have a concern, we'll address it with them. My daughter's interested in the counselor apprentice program, but can she do all the sports academy? What will happen if she do? You can do the sports academy. Here's what I'll tell you. The counselor apprentice, we asking for 4 weeks. If you told me that your daughter wanted to do one of the sports academy weeks, right, Mark, for a week, and then jump into the CAP program, of course we can do it. We'll work with you. As simple as that. Or you want to do the CAP program for a week and then take a week and go to sports academy, of course we do it. That's what you think your daughter will be happy doing. We can work on that. That's easy, and that's working out. We're trying to make things easy as you can for people. And listen, if that's her interest, I think that's cool that she's able to do a lot of different things. We're all in, and we'll make it happen. If your union is paying, will you still need to make a deposit, Melissa? If it's a registration, like if you're part of Union 1199, then no, you just send in your application. You won't be able to do it online. You will have to fill out the manual form and send it in and indicate that your union is paying for it. But if it's something else where they will reimburse you, then yes, you pay us, and then your union will then reimburse you back.
Is there a discount for not using transportation? Melissa?
At the moment, there is not. I'm sure if case-by-case basis, we can see if we can figure something out. But no, if you're in specialty or learning institute program, the price is inclusive of the transportation fee, whether you use it or not.
Yeah, and like Melissa said, everything Eric has done on a case-by-case situation. Call here, speak to us. We're pretty good at working things out and working with you. And if you want to come to camp, we're going to make it work for you. Looking for more specific information about the gifted camp. Is this available online? The gifted camp, I don't know if the curriculum is quite up yet, but we will, right, Melissa? We put that up as we go along. We asked the young lady that runs that as it gets a little closer to put up what the topics they cover. They usually do a science component, and things change year to year. So they have usually to learn some kind of a language component. There's humanities, which is writing. So there's different ways they approach it. And like I said, a lot of it's project based, and it's they're immersed in that all day. They have 4 different periods throughout the day, plus lunch. And so we probably don't have the curriculum. I haven't requested the curriculum from the directors yet, but probably in the next month or so, we'll be able to have that. And we put it up so you can follow and, ask specific questions if needed. Melissa, when's the rest of the money due?
So payment will be due on May 15th. And if necessary, we can set up a payment plan to stretch the payments out a little bit further, but payment will have to be paid in full before your camper's start date.
If sports are being chosen for the 2-week specialty camp, like soccer or basketball, is that co-ed outdoors versus indoors? Soccer and basketball for the specialty camp are co-ed. Soccer is done outdoors at our intramural fields, and basketball for a specialty camp is done at our recreation center, which is just completely redone. It's an air-conditioned facility. So, as far as that goes, soccer is outdoors. Basketball is indoors, and they are co-ed. Will there be staff on hand when campers are in locker room area? Absolutely. That's one of the things we're really strict on. The counselor who's in charge of them at that time period walks them into their changing area. That counselor supervises them, and also all our directors. And we have not just the directors of each program, but after that, there's myself, Mark, Steve, Gina, Jeremy, right, Julie. We have about 7 or 8 other directors that their general purpose is just to go around camp and make sure everybody's in the right place, doing the right thing, and acting properly. So, when they're in the locker room, it's closely supervised. We try to move it in and out so they get maximum time in the pool. And, the locker rooms, they usually leave their gear in there, and we'll have somebody watch it. And they go out into the pool, they come back in, and they change, and we're back out to the field in no time. How do you move kids around campus? That's a great question. Kids are moved around campus basically by walking. If you have to cross Hempstead Turnpike, for the most part, we have buses. We call them full-service buses that stay on campus all day, and they'll take that. Again, we'll follow any COVID regulations for that, but most of the kids walk, and to be honest with you, most of the kids enjoy walking. Everything is on. There's a north and south campus. The south campus is on the other side of Hempstead Turnpike, and the north campus on this side. And the way campus is set up is on the north campus is all the athletic fields, the infirmary, the gyms, things like that. And on the other side is the academic area. So if your child takes an academic piece, they'll be bused across the street, and the buses line up in the morning. And after we take attendance in the gym, or this year, depending on the regulations, we might drop you off right at the building. There'll be someone that meets you there and takes attendance and brings you right inside. Just to let you know, too, everything we have indoors is air conditioned. Everything's completely air conditioned, including the gyms, all the classrooms. So that's never going to be a worry. And like I said, we have a full plant staff and one of Mark's job is to handle that. Is on call 24/7 for us. And if there's ever a problem, that's not it. We have a couple hundred people in janitorial services, and we have everything from carpenters to plumbers to anything you need that'll help us. And that goes even around, helping kids just get around campus and figure out the best way to everyone to be safe. We have a buildup of DCAA funds that we're unable to use up last year due to the pandemic. Can we use them to pay for this year's classes? Melissa?
Yes, I believe you can. As long as the payment is made out to Hofstra University or Hofstra Summer Camps, that's fine.
And again, Brett, we're willing to work with you. You call and, like Melissa's great and Patty in the office are handling case-by-case circumstances. And usually they'll take the information, come and sit with Mark and I and go through it. But the best answer I have is we'll do everything we can within our means and within the rules. We're rule followers here at Hofstra to make it happen for you. Are there any aftercare options that go until 6 p.m. for those working in the city? Wayne, great question, and yes, we do. We have drop-off in the morning is at 8:15. Camp starts at 9. The buses start coming about 8:15, 8:30, and in the evening you can stay. It's an extra fee till 6 o'clock, and we have a couple counselors with the children who play games. We're in a gym, and sometimes we'll show videos, play games, whatever they have to do. Some kids just want to hang out, and they'll get a snack and a drink, and you just have to come, and whoever, just let us know who signed them out, and they sign them out, and they can be on their way. But we have that here till 6 o'clock. When will you be letting us know about safety modifications this summer due to COVID-19? As soon as we know, we'll let you know. It's as simple as that. And the only thing that, it's a little hard to predict is things change, right? Things are changing continually. But like I said, we're in tune with everything here through our different affiliations and also being with Northwell Health, which was right on our campus, which is awesome. So I can't tell you the date and the time, but we'll follow everything. And in my heart, I'm hoping that Governor Cuomo puts something out in the next few weeks so we can at least start on this and go. But Mark and I have been working daily. Mark will tell you on plan A, plan B, plan C. So, we're going to figure everything out, whether it's how do we serve the food, how the kids are in buildings, whether they have masks on or not, and how many people in a facility we have right now. Right now, we have from the university what each classroom and each building is. We were working on, again, that this week. How many people are allowed in each area. That could change. It could tell us to say 50%, 75% by June. So I don't have a date, but just know you can keep checking back if you want. Usually everybody knows when Governor Cuomo announces something. Unfortunately, last year was the first year he announced really late that camps were able to open up, but we're hoping for sooner than later. Allowed to bring phones for the bus. Ooh, that's a good question. Melissa, I'm going to throw that your way.
They can. We don't recommend having phones here on campus or any type of electronic devices, but they can bring the phones for the bus. They do. We understand that you need to get in contact with your child throughout the day, though. If they do pull it out, they will be asked to put it back in their backpack. But on the bus, going to camp and going home from camp, it is allowed.
Okay, great. I just want to tell you, I appreciate everyone being here. I enjoy this stuff. It's fun. So I'm going to do it every couple of weeks. And we're going to bring different people for you to meet. So stay tuned with us and look to see where we're going in the next few weeks. I want to bring someone from the Game Builders Academy on. I want to bring someone from the specialty camps on, a couple of those people to explain. And I'll bring a couple of our coaches for everyone to meet. And again, as we get new modifications and new rules come up from whether it's the CDC or the American Camping Association or during our Northwell meetings, we're really lucky. And listen, the biggest thing here on our campus, which we're proud of, is we're here for kids. We're here for kids to be safe, for kids to be educated, and we're here for kids to have a good time. That goes from kids that are in kindergarten right through to college kids. So that's our business. That's what we do. And we're very fortunate, like I said, to be around people that care and have staffs that are year-round and understand this and work daily. So in closing, obviously, how we operate classrooms and the food, it'll depend on the most up-to-date guidelines we have from the state as we get closer to the summer. We're always going to balance an excellent, fun, enriching experience with the best health and safety protocols available. Just one more reminder before we sign off. Know that the discounts are available and the early rate and the $100 off each session only goes through Sunday night. So the computer is set up for that if you go on. Correct, Melissa?
Yes.
It's set up for you to go. So all we need is your deposit. I'm pretty confident we're going to fill up, especially if we're not able to go to 100% capacity. We pretty much fill up every year anyway. So it would be your best interest to ask us questions. Let us know what makes you happy, how we can make you become part of our camp family and stay here for years. And that's part of what we love here. And I mean, this year was really tough. We don't have basketball games, but we invite families out to basketball games and the soccer games and a lot of things going on campus that we'd like you guys to get immersed in and be fun. So thanks again for joining us. I appreciate it. Know that this will be up online very shortly. Our public relations and university relations staff is unbelievable to work with, and they help us put all this stuff up and market, and especially this evening. And we'll have the webinar up. We'll have the video up soon. And the video that Patty did about registering for camp will be up soon also. So thank you. Have a good night. We'll post this up if you need anything. Also, where phones are open 9 to 5 every day. Call if we happen to miss a call for whatever. We'll be sure to get back. And Melissa's awesome at getting back to people, and so is Patty in the office about returning your emails and your phone calls as quick as we get them. Thanks again. Enjoy. Be safe to you and your family. Any questions, let us know. Hope to see you in the summer, and hopefully the conditions are better and we can all have a blast this summer. Thank you.